want you to grab a flashlight, look at that right rear wheel.
Tires?
No tires. Look at that right rear wheel, inside of the wheel, real closely. I want to see, even if you take a picture of it with a flash or something, I want to make sure our actual seal leak isn't getting any worse.
So Evan was examining our tires from the last stop and noticed something was leaking inside the left rear. And you can tell from the smell of it, it's clearly diff fluid, which indicates a slow axle seal leak.
Car's getting a little banged up. I think people are getting a little sloppy out there.
If it stays at the current rate, it'll last at least a few hours, but we're really not sure, so we're just gonna keep an eye on it. There's really not a ton we can do anyway.
The other thing that's scary is I'm the next guy in the car. And so now there's all this pressure on me to keep our 8, 20, whatever it is, lap lead. We have a lot of nighttime left to go.
Zero sleep is what I've gotten. No sleep. The adrenaline is pumping. I don't know what time it is. It's late.
All right, now I'm starting to get tired.
I do have many memories of my brother throwing cars or telling me to go away while he was driving his little Matchbox car. He really enjoys just like everything cars. Like he even dreams that he's a car. Like literally he has a dream that he's a car. He's going down the road, like driving the car, and all of a sudden he's running out of gas and he can't quite decide whether he needs to put gas into the car like a normal car or whether he needs to eat food because he's a car.
Cars and racing and stuff like that has been in my family for as long as I know about it. I mean, Thomas Brooks Martin I, my grandpa, was the marketing rep for the coolest racing series that ever existed.
My dad ran the series sponsorship for the Canadian American Challenge Cup, known as the Can-Am, which now in the history books is viewed as one of the great racing series of all time. We went around to all the tracks and watched him race, and I was like, racing seems really cool. Looking back on it, even 10 years later, but certainly now, 40 years later, you know, it was a historic moment in the development of modern race cars. And to me, it was just what you did.
I spent most of my childhood and especially my teenage years trying to convince my mom that I needed to be a race car driver, and it took probably 10 years of, you know, nagging and abuse and stuff like that until I convinced her that it was a good idea. So once I got into karting and got into driving the Formula SAE cars, you know, one thing led to another, and then my dad and I ended up getting inspired a couple years ago to do Targa Newfoundland. So we just ended up snowballing into this whole crazy thing we've got going on. And that's where we are now.